Surprise! Ha! Not the Sty North you expected to see, is it? Well, yeah, I call this video a Sty Surprise. Well, the first surprise is, and I'm sure you noticed, my big beard is gone. Now I have a more conservative, well-trimmed, buzzed up beard. Not the beard that you're used to seeing, is it? You got a haircut too. I don't have the long hair. I don't have the tail anymore. Cut it quite short, kind of a business cut. And I'm sure you're all wondering, why in the world would Sty cut off his big old beard, and why would he go and get a haircut? Um, well, I spent the last, 3 years, I guess it's been, with a big old bushy beard, long hair, and got pretty used to it, you know. But here's the Sty surprise. You think it's the beard and the haircut. Well, that's only part of the surprise. Here we go. How do I start? Sty's life is just that. Daily surprises. If it's not one thing, it's another. Well, folks, I'm moving again. As most of you are aware, back in June, I moved from northern Wisconsin down to central Wisconsin. I moved by some family down that way. And then in September, on September 15th, I had a heart attack. And on September 19th, I went through open heart surgery. And I had to go through cardiac rehab. So I relocated back up to northern Wisconsin and moved in with my son during my recovery period. Well, they wanted me to spend the first month of my recovery living with somebody, because I lived in a shack all by myself. They didn't like that, and they kept pushing that I should live with somebody. Well, my family, they all agreed with the doctors, of course, and so my son said, well, Dad, you're moving in with me then. You're coming back up north here, and you're going to move in with me for a month. Well, it's been a couple of months. Over Thanksgiving, my son and I went down to my daughter's, where my shack is, for Thanksgiving dinner. And after being there for Thanksgiving, we discussed it with the family, and I came back here with my son and decided that really for stability reasons and financial reasons, I'm going to relocate back up to northern Wisconsin. Here we go again. Let's move again. Why not? Well, what's going to happen is, and I'm not sure how fast the transition is going to happen, but I'm looking for a residence right now, and it looks like what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back on the grid. This is going to be a little unusual for me. Well, living at my son's, he's fully on the grid, so I've gotten kind of used to having all the conveniences of being on the grid, but not in my own home. So I'm looking for a small house or an apartment to move into up here, up north. Well, a lot of people are saying, oh, but Sty, how can you live in an apartment or in a house in town? And well, how can I do that? Well, I can do that like I can do anything else. I'll move into an apartment or a small house, I'm going to put together what I guess I would call the Sty Mobile. I'm going to put a rig together this spring that has all my bushcrafting, outdoors, and camping equipment incorporated into the vehicle so that I can walk out my door, jump in my vehicle, and actually, where I'm going to be living, the community I'm living in, I'm less than 15 minutes from getting right to the heart of a huge national forest. It's the Chequamegon-Nicolet National Forest up here in northern Wisconsin. It's huge. Um, Lots of territory for me to go out and explore and play. It's my old stomping grounds. I've hunted it for over 20 years. So I know the territory fairly well. Um, there's a lot of great little lakes and a lot of wilderness. So we're going to have some fun next summer out in the Chequamegon-Nicolet National Forest. So that's the plan. Sty's on the move. Here we go. But why the beard and why the short hair? Well, here's the scoop. When I said that my decision on the relocation is based on some, special reasons and financial reasons, well, I tried to speed up retirement so that I could spend all my time in the outdoors. And a lot of you are aware, if you watch my old videos, I was associated with a camp, and that put me in the outdoors 24/7. I was there all the time. I loved every minute of it. But you have to feed yourself. You have to have resources to pay the bills. So I had to go back to work, regular work. I can't, sure, I could go out there. People will say, oh, Sty, you could probably go out there and survive off the land. Well, sure, I probably could. I could force the issue, and the problem being is it would place an unnecessary and unreasonable risk on my well-being, my health. It would put unnecessary stress and anxiety on my family. For me to just jump out there and do everything just the way I want it. So I'm trying to think of not just myself but others. And so I decided, well, I can live on the grid in town and still have all my outdoor activities because it's just right out my back door, just 10-15 minutes away. In fact, enjoy the outdoors is just 3 minutes away as a walk from town. Puts me right in the woods, puts me right on the Great Lake Superior. So I think it's going to be the best of both worlds at this point, and I am getting up there in years, so I got to start thinking, well, maybe I need to take a little softer approach once in a while, have a nice warm place to go back to, and all the conveniences of on the grid. But that's just the way it is. So, and I keep getting off track, back to the beard and the haircut. Well, I had to get a job. And my employer, I did land employment, and the employment it's what I call heavy part-time. It's just shy of full-time, but it leaves a lot of flexibility for me to get out and do the things I love, and that's being outdoors. And my employer is very sympathetic and understanding of what I do as a lifestyle. And however, the employment involves direct contact with the public at large. And though my trademark was my big beard and long hair, that was part of my, trademark, I guess. It I don't know that I'd say it was offensive, but it was distractive when out in the public. And in my new job, that's the last thing I need or that my employer needs is for me to be distracted by the distraction it would cause on the customer base, on our clientele. So it was really just a trim up and clean up kind of approach um, for the job. It's like a dress code, I guess. so so I put some thought into it. I thought, oh, my poor beard. First the cardiac surgeons, they went and shaved a bunch of it off, and to do the surgery, they had to do things in my neck and stuff that they couldn't have the beard, so they shaved a bunch off, and that trimmed it down. And then I started growing it back out, and I said, well, it's already been hacked on, so yeah, I'll trim it up. I'll trim it up and make the employer happy. And the employer really did not say anything about the hair, but I thought, well, I can lose the hair too. This sweet gal here in town, believe it or not, does a full haircut and beard trim for $7. Now, if that isn't going back 20 years or 30 years, I can't believe she's doing it for $7. So she did a very good job. She cut my hair nice. She helped trim up my beard. And here I am, surprise! So, Sty's moving back up north. It'll probably be a month or more before I actually find my new home. I'll stay here with my son in the meantime. He's gracious enough to say, yeah, Dad, stick around until you get settled and get yourself in place. And with this new job, it'll give me some more resources. Maybe I can upgrade some of my YouTube equipment, my cameras and things. But here we go. Sty off to another new start. I've had so many new starts in my life, it doesn't even seem like a surprise to me. It's just what life is and what life dishes out. So here we go. Nothing on the channel is going to change. We're going to keep moving forward. I still have a lot of videos I'll be doing on the Live or Die Off the Land series. I've got other videos I'm going to be putting together over the winter. Not a lot of getting out in the field because of the job. The new job is going to require a lot of my time throughout the winter, but towards spring it lessens up. So for me, that's fortunate, because as we come into the spring and I can get out in the woods more, and throughout the summer, that's when I'll actually have more free time with my current employment. So I'm looking forward to all this. I look at things like every day is a fresh start. Even if nothing that you planned on is going to change, get up in the morning and say, fresh start, here we go. We're off and running on a new trail every day. So that's a surprise from Sty North. I'm glad you're all here tagging along, and let's keep this thing going. And I can't believe it. This morning I looked, I'm at 860 plus subscribers. I want to thank each and every one of you. It's just wonderful that you folks are following along, and so many wonderful comments that I'm getting from all you viewers. So hopefully I can meet your expectations and you all stick with me, okay? Until later, you all have a very nice day. Bye-bye.